creative, we're looking for you to join our emerging writers market for filmmakers and as well as authors. Gain exclusive access to media, influencers, readers and movie lovers, host live conversations and film screenings, and promote your books and projects with us today. Don't hesitate to get started. Visit ourlitlive.com today.
In a world where creativity meets the digital age, one agency stands out from the rest. Welcome to Delphine Legacy Media. We are a team of passionate experts and creatives dedicated to elevating your brand to new heights.
I learned so much today. It was really inspiring hearing everyone speak about all their different experiences and getting together like authors and screenwriters. And I learned a lot from this.
Their creativity and expertise are second to none. But what sets us apart? We tailor our services to fit your unique needs. Whether you're an author, a business owner, or an artist, our services include interviews, media tours, book tours, and speaking engagements, all designed to put your brand in the spotlight. Are you an artist that seeks to obtain more media, headline your own book tour, or adapt a film? Or perhaps you need media training to best prepare yourself? Whatever it may be, we can manage it. Picture your brand in the limelight. Picture your brand in the limelight. Your vision realized. At Delphine Legacy Media, we're partners in your success. Ready to take your brand to the next level? Contact us today. Delphine Legacy Media, where creativity meets success.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's AMBC live stream. My name is Jalaya, and today we're diving into something that isn't talked about nearly enough, but is absolutely essential for long-term success on social media. That's something being called your digital boundaries. Now, before you tune me out thinking this doesn't apply to me, I'm not an influencer, or I don't run any business pages, let me stop you right there. Anytime I say brand during this conversation, I want you to know that I mean anyone with an online presence. If you post your grandkids' recitals, or you share the food that you're about to eat, or even repost inspirational quotes or funny memes, you have a brand. It's not just about businesses or creators. Your online presence tells a story, and I believe that it deserves to be protected too. Now, social media is more overwhelming than ever. And without setting these boundaries, it can drain us creatively, mentally, emotionally, and even negatively impact how others perceive us online. But before we dive deeper, let me take a moment to fully introduce myself. As I said, my name is Jalaya, and I am a social media strategist here at AAMBC. As an older Gen Z, I've grown up side by side with social media. I was there for when it was just a few websites here and there to now this huge thing that is incorporated into every form of media that we see. However, through all of those changes, one thing has stayed consistent. Social media can be an incredible, powerful tool, but without boundaries, it can also become overwhelming, even harmful. I've worked with creators, brands, and everyday users who struggle with finding that balance. So my mission tonight is to help people like you, whether you're running a business or just using social media for fun, to find a way to thrive online without letting it take over your life. Now that introductions are out of the way, let's start with the basics. What are digital boundaries? They're the personal guidelines we create for ourselves about when, where, and how we interact with social media. They give us structure and intention. Without them, it's incredibly easy to fall into patterns that lead to burnout or even brand missteps. And again, when I say brand, I'm not just talking to entrepreneurs and influencers. Your brand is your online presence. It's the way you show up in digital spaces, whether you're promoting a product or simply sharing what matters to you. Your voice and your values come through in everything you post, even if it's just a photo of your morning coffee. The world is practically running on social media. You know, the news, entertainment, education, and culture all live on these platforms now. It's no longer just something fun to scroll through, even though it can be. However, without boundaries, it can start to feel like a non stop obligation or even a pressure cooker. That's why setting digital boundaries matters. It's how we stay in control of our narrative and our mental space. In 2025, digital boundaries are not optional, they're a form of self care. We're seeing more and more people experience social media related anxiety and mental exhaustion. There's this pressure to constantly be available and to always respond in time. But this constant availability comes at a cost. It drains your energy, it can negatively impact your mental health without you realizing it. And let's be honest, when we're tired or emotionally drained, we're more likely to react impulsively. That's just human nature. And when you react impulsively, it can lead to tone deaf content, miscommunications, or public mistakes. Remember, the internet doesn't forget. And while people debate whether or not cancel culture is actually real, we all know that negativity online sticks, and it sticks hard. Whether you have 10 followers or 10,000, no one wants to come across as negative, messy, or reactive. If you do run a business account, there's most likely a pressure to keep up with the demand that is basically being posting 24/7. It can be really, really intense. But posting just for the sake of staying visible can actually do more harm than good. Your content starts to feel forced, and I promise you, your audience can sense that. At the same time, social media algorithms have shifted. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok are prioritizing meaningful, high quality engagement over sheer quantity. That means being intentional with how you show up is not only better for your well being, it's better for your visibility and growth too. So, how do you know when it's time to reset your boundaries? Well, there are some clear warning signs. If you feel emotionally drained after scrolling or posting, I would say that's a signal to your relationship with social media might be out of balance. If you're posting just to keep up instead of because you're genuinely inspired to share, it's probably time to pause and reflect. Another sign is when the lines between your personal life and your online brand becomes too blurry. Maybe you feel like you have to share everything to stay relevant or connected. Or again, you're reacting impulsively to a situation and you just decide to post live. Or maybe you can't stop checking notifications even when you're supposed to be relaxing. Similar to how you're waiting by the phone for your crush to call. That sort of thing. Except not in a cute way, in an anxiety ridden type way, if that makes any sense. And perhaps more importantly, if you're getting pulled into online negativity, whether it's arguments, drama, uh, energy draining conversations such as moral, ethical, or political debates, it's probably a sign to take a step back. Social media should not be taken away from your peace. It's one thing to be informed, but it's another to be burnt out. Now, one of the biggest concerns people have is, if I pull back, will I lose engagement? And this is most likely going to be for the business accounts or the influencers who are listening. And the answer is no. Not if you do it intentionally. In fact, healthy boundaries tend to lead to deeper, more genuine connections with your audience, no matter how big or small that audience is. Creating time blocks for when you interact with social media can give you structure so you're not in constant reaction mode. It helps you show up with a purpose. Curating your feed also plays a big role. You should feel uplifted and inspired by what you see, not irritated or overwhelmed or sad or envy or literally just any other negative word out there. So I'm sorry to those who follow the Shade Room. I think it's time for you to unfollow. And World Star. Do people still follow World Star? Is World Star still a thing? Am I showing my age? And if I am I showing that I'm old or that I'm young? Which one is it? Because ever since the Shade Room popped up, I feel like World Star disappeared. You guys let me know if World Star is still a thing. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Batch content in advance is another game changer. It removes the pressure to post something on the fly every day. And don't forget about the tech features that support your boundaries on your phone or the app itself. Things like quiet mode and auto replies allow you to stay connected without being constantly available. It gives that illusion. If you're wondering whether digital boundaries actually work, let me reassure you that they do. Many influencers and creators now take scheduled breaks from social media. They will log off for days, even weeks at a time, but their audience stays loyal because they've built trust and consistency. So, for those who aren't influencers, that's a huge plus for you because that means you don't have such a pressure to constantly be online as them. And if these breaks work for them, then it should most definitely work for you. Some brands have even adopted strict posting windows and still see growth because their content is high quality and intentional. Again, these huge big brands and influencers are doing these things and they are still thriving. So, whether your account is small, big, personal, private, public, doesn't matter. Incorporating these can literally make a huge difference in just your overall online world, which is essentially the world that we live in today. Because again, everything lives on social media. Even celebrities like Zendaya and Beyonce have turned off comments or limited access to their pages to protect their mental health, and their careers are still thriving. These examples prove that boundaries don't weaken your online presence. They actually can make your content more powerful and your digital space more sustainable. If you're ready to put some of this into action, there are tools that can support you. Content scheduling apps let you plan your posts in advance so you're not glued to your phone every day. Built in features like quiet mode and do not disturb can help reduce distractions and give you back control of your time. If you really want to get control of your time, I recommend going into your settings, and there should be a section in there that should say screen time, and it will show you not only the analytics of how long you spend on your phone, but also how long you spend on each app. And the apps that you spend the most time on doing non productive things, you can set limits on it. So you can set your Twitter app to kick you off if you spend 10 minutes on it. I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually very, very helpful. And auto reply features on platforms or in your DMs are great for maintaining communication without needing to be available 24/7. And if mental wellness is something that you're definitely working on, and it should be, apps like Headspace or Calm can help you stay centered while still navigating the digital space. Digital boundaries are not just a good idea, they are a necessity in today's online world. When you set boundaries, you take control of your social media experience. You can reduce stress, protect your peace, and create more room for authentic, impactful content. That's true whether you're a content creator, a business owner, or someone just sharing life updates with family and friends. And I know I sound like a broken record, but I really, really am passionate about this because digital boundaries go even beyond what I'm saying just tonight. But I don't want to keep you guys too long. If you guys are interested in hearing more about these digital boundaries and wanting a more in depth live stream, I can definitely do that. But overall, I hope today's conversation helped you get a little bit of an understanding of just how important these boundaries really are. They're not about restriction, they're about liberation. Just take some time to reflect on your own habits. What needs to change? Where can you give yourself more grace? You deserve peace in your digital world. Thank you so much for being here. Wishing you clarity, balance, and purpose as you continue your online and life journey. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you again, and good night.
If you're looking for a secure haven within the literary world, you found the perfect organization. Let's make magic together. Our space is specifically designed for African American authors who are passionate about their writings of films and books. It's a platform to stay informed about industry developments. And on Patreon, we'll share exclusive content, valuable resources, and engaging discussions and masterclasses on various subjects, ranging from film and publishing industry trends to wellness and business tips. So if you're ready to dive into this exciting community, become a member now. Welcome to our literary haven where creativity knows no bounds. Let's make magic together.
Representing everybody that is you. I represent being able to find the light at the end of the tunnel.
You gotta really be in it and really enjoy it and really want it.
And I feel like if you come into it like that day one, man, you unstoppable.
That shows people it's possible, my people, that it's possible.
And that is so necessary in a world of misinformation. This is a legacy effort.
Hey creative, we're looking for you to join our emerging writers market for filmmakers and as well as authors. Gain exclusive access to media, influencers, readers and movie lovers, host live conversations and film screenings, and promote your books and projects with us today. Don't hesitate to get started. Visit ourlitlive.com today.